Hello, Yuva. Yep, I can hear you. What's up? Hey, I'm fine. I just think we get out the queue while you're on the spot. Oh yeah, no, I've said this one Hello, Autumn. Hey, what's up? Yeah, me and you. Okay. Hey, I'm fine. The both of you, thank you for joining me. Because it's actually my first stream, like my first live stream. So I'm very have so many problems to say that you have to start around. Alright, okay. Okay, the stream is starting now. Let's see. Go. Hello, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining into the stream. Today we're talking about the Kamen Rider Sabers overall, like the overall show and impressions. We're going to be tackling Kamen Rider Sabers forms. We're going to be tackling the story, the villains, and like the whole season, or also the movies as well. Apart from Superhero Senki, because the movie isn't out yet. Well, we'll tackle that all out. Then at the end of the stream, we'll give in like our overall results. So I guess we'll get started now. So what do we start with? What should we start with first? The forms or the theme songs? I I think the theme songs the way they are, I think it's right. Like I don't know like if you guys have like have problems with that, but like I think the theme songs like are in the right order. Like nice like kid happy like happy type of music at the start, then some type of like low key music at the end. So like I've got no problems with those. Exactly, exactly. Exactly. Remember, Kamen Saber episode 45. Was it? I think no 46. It was 46. The 45 looked like it was the final episode, whereas it wasn't. The 46th episode, they were all because like Toma was trying to run to story so he could try to fight him or something. Then, what you know, all of a sudden, like the outro is playing out and like Sentai does not like Sentai does not do that. Like I don't know why Saber would just do that for no reason, pretend that nothing happened. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, it feels weird. Yeah, like I like I love the both like probably out of like Saber in general. I love like the theme song. I love like the opening, the ending themes. I love those themes like a lot. Like it goes to the point now that I'm actually listening to more of Saber's theme songs than actually other rider songs, which that is quite worrying. But we'll let that pass. Saber's theme songs like they are good. Like they're really good, and like the band that sing the song like yeah they're also good as well. Like probably out of 10 I like I'll give like Saber's songs like 7 a solid 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Yuva, what you think? Yeah. I need to agree with you on that one. Zero One's themes, even though Zero One's themes were short, what I need to give Zero One credit for is that almost all of their themes, apart from the opening theme song, they were all English. That was the best thing about it. They were all English, so I could actually understand what like the songwriter was actually saying the rest. But like Zero One songs, Zero One themes, like OSTs and the rest, they were all top notch. Even though they were just like 2 minutes or so, they were all like really good. Uh, Sang it as well. Yeah, you're right. Like I follow like you know Fu Camerado Vulcan. I follow him on YouTube and the rest. The guy does know how to sing, so I'm kind of disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed he didn't sing. And like another thing about it as well is that zero one, problem with Zero One like I like Rewa. I thought like this was like some type of new Rewa shit or something, but it seems like it just applied to Zero One. Like we didn't get enough themes. Like we just got we've got like Rising Sun, we've got Finding New Life, and we've got Now is the Right Time. That's Zero Two's final form theme, and like we just had three of those. Then we had a Human Gear Rap. Those were they were not full lengths at all. So like on that music side, I'm kind of disappointed. And I think if the Sabers CD box is coming out, I think it was September 29th, right? Yeah, if Sabers DVDs and CDs come out, there'll be way much songs than this. And I think, and I think because of all that, I think Toy was pushed out to like, I mean, it's good. It was going to happen anytime soon, but Toy just like pushed out like a headset, like you know those human gear modules. They pushed us out with the CDs as well because I personally think because there was no much music in it, like the OSTs, there were like almost like 60 odd um, like background musics, and apart from that, those were the only good ones that I found on Zero One. Like I love all like the vocal themes and the rest, but I thought Zero One could do more because at that same time, like last year, the because it was supposed to come on September, then no November, sorry. Then I think they pushed it out to September because of some delay or something. So I thought they wanted to add some extra music, but they were too short. And not my tasting. That's Saber. That's Saber, right? Yeah, that's yeah. It's kind of disappointed. Like we have like the main three dancing. Then yeah, I've got kind of a small nitpick on that one. May is holding some sort of stuff, and it looks like a Wonder Right book. I am still surprised that girl hasn't got a writer form. Saber is too messy. It's way too because like I like exactly like you have exactly. So we've we've got Saber, we've got Blades, and we've got let's say like like a character relief girl over there. Like I wouldn't mind like putting the top three riders over there than dancing. Yeah, but like I don't know why then. But to be honest with you, if you looked at the special fun type of stuff that they had over there, like Spada's actor didn't know how to dance didn't know how to dance the theme. It was that bad at dancing the theme song. Like I think it was a good. I think yeah, you saw that. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, that no, that was bad. Yeah, I prefer me. Just keep it me over there. Okay, exactly. Happy, yeah. Like they were trying. Yeah, I I kind of understand that Saber just like try to make this thing where they want to try like different like perspective or so, but like Saber like even though Saber was shitty, yes, but Saber did have like almost all the episodes like from episode I think 3 or 4, you know, like from the Calibus act and the rest, like from that place forward it was all serious, so I don't see why we should put like an any theme on that thing at all. Like I disagree on that one. Oh yeah, actually yeah, let's jump to the episodes now. um Episode 1 trash. Like there's nothing for me to say. Like there was such a slow pacing. Okay, let me tell you something. When they brought out the news conference that Saber like Kamen Saber was going to be out, I had that gut feeling that this show isn't good or isn't good for me. You know why? Because I hate books. I hate books with passion. I don't like books at all. I know. Fantasy, yeah. It, I I hated the playback even more. That's what I mean. I hated the trailer even more. That trailer was too over the top. Like the amount of fire, the amount of CGI effects over there was too much. Zero 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 one is a zero one is like a technology show, right? It didn't Zero one didn't have as much CG as much as Saber, and like we'll get back to like the CG aspect when we talk about the episode when we talk about the episodes, but the amount of CG, no, too much. It's way too much.
I think the problem with Saber was they needed too much writers, sorry, too many writers on very short time.
Oh
We're
man,
up to episode 6 or 7. We have already 7 writers, and we don't even know the story.
holy shit.
Story.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, Kamen kind of introduced all the writers like back to back in each episodes. So that goes off the part. Yeah, this game was interesting. In the matter of fact,
Yeah,
Saber
guy.
is just boring. I mean, we got introduced to Saber in episode 1, then today's in episode 2. What is they have to do spin-offs to get no more information about the characters.
Exactly.
That's not how it's supposed to be.
Exactly. It's not supposed to be like that. Like Saber has got so many spin-offs. Like I want to talk about this right now. Is when we're going down to like when we're going down. That's when we'll talk about that. But Saber has got like some heavy amount of spin-offs that it just it pisses me off. Like if you've got so much spin-offs and let me just tell you right now. You know this. You know those the sort of logos thingy that they are bringing out on DVDs. Like there's a Facebook group that I'm following over there. Some people wrote over there that those spin-offs over there, right, they've got scenes that have never appeared in the show. That's how bad the writers are.
Yeah.
That's how
What
bad
I
it
learned
is.
about copywriters is whenever a copywriter has good outfit, good silks, show bad.
Sick.
That's what I learned.
Prime Saber's primary form, I don't like that at all. I wouldn't talk about it now. Saber's primary form, I don't like it.
I
Es
like it.
Espada's base form, I love that one better. I like Espada's base form better. I don't just know, but like I'm having problem like digesting like Saber's form. Because of that, that's why I have a very huge problem with Cross Saber, and I don't want to talk about that now.
It's interesting. Look like a trench coat kind of way on one side.
Yeah, yeah, I like the
But I
trench
learned
coats.
that goes had very good silks too.
They did
And like outfits. And it's the same thing as that. Like good silk, bad story. And that's why
exactly,
people got with keyword.
and
Good
Wiz
silk, bad story.
and Wizard as well.
Yes, when they're good, exactly good silk, bad story.
Bad
And then it's
story.
like, if you have bad outfit, the story is good. Because if you look at Gap for example, Gap, most of their outfits were pretty awful. Like some of the fruit on it, the armor looked awful.
No,
But yet the story was good.
I love Gaim's base form. I like Gaim's base form.
Yeah, the
Gaim's
pineapple form,
yeah,
pineapple
yeah, pineapple is kind of messy. Like most of them are kind of messy. Yeah,
cheesy. Like some of them look like they'll fall on places, and like it had good story.
yeah. It seems that yeah, you have to make those compromises sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they blew the money on the outfits to make it look fancy and not really care about the story.
Oh, it doesn't look like so because if they actually did that, then at the end of it, the episode we wouldn't have the Almighty Wonder Right book over there. Then Saber is building his primary form over there. Although we won't talk about that now. When we get down back there, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because I got a lot of questions about that mighty book.
Right, yeah. So okay, let's talk Calibur's Calibur's arc. That story was good. That was one of the most solid story arc like there was in basically let me say Kamen Rider. I don't maybe there's like much better ones, but that like the Caliber arc that was like a very good story in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
Like like for thingy forgot what his name is called. Yeah, Kamijo Daichi. He was the previous swordsman of flame, and
Yeah,
he killed I think he killed his father. So he killed Kento's father. Then he inherited the
yeah,
Onkokuken Kurayami. Then fights after fights after fights. Like we had 3 4 episodes about Megidos. Then he finally came out and shit. What I don't understand is that I think it was episode 4 or something. He finally came out from his slumber, and Kento came out asking him if he was actually his father, and he was actually able to he was actually able to block Calibur's was actually able to block Calibur's moves and attack. but a couple
Yeah,
of
when they first met, right? And then,
exactly.
well,
But
yeah,
after
yeah, I remember that.
but after a couple of few episodes, even the smallest of attacks, there's such big amount of explosions and unnecessary shit. Not needed.
Yeah.
Not needed. Even like if I'm actually honest with you now, like Kamen Rider does not need so many explosions. I say we leave all the explosions for Sentai.
I think they were testing that in this. I think they were testing a lot of things from Sentai into this series.
Exactly. For example, having 10 riders, those 10 individual riders, they look like Kyoryuja.
I think they were doing what Sentai's been doing when they make one character a Kamen Rider in Sentai. That they did the reverse in
Oh man,
Kamen Rider Saber.
no, no,
They
no,
did the reverse.
no. That was not good at all. That was not good at all. Anyways, so
Because I remember they give in for Villager and that
Kyoryuja,
girl, even them.
Kyoryuja.
Yeah, they were like Kamen Riders, legit Kamen Riders.
Yeah,
And then
Daigo
this
was.
time they did this with Saber when they did Sentai instead. Like
Never
adapting
wait.
all these characters. I feel like this one had more writers than Ryuki, I guess, for some reason.
I think
They were
Ryuki.
interesting.
I think Ryuki was 13 riders, and this one's 10.
Including movies. This loses?
I think now if yeah, Yuva, can you confirm that for me? That's Ryuki has got 13 riders, right? That's including movies.
Um, yeah, I believe Ryuki had 13 excluding
Or
movies.
excluding movies.
Commander Saber had that more if you include the 10 Swordman and also Falcon who made an appearance in the
Movie
movie
here.
series.
That's 11
Commander Solomon, Commander Riker.
stories.
Stories.
That's 12 riders. That
And every form of caliber that played it.
yeah, forget that one.
Caliber.
Forget that
Yeah,
one.
I think Saber had more than Ryuki.
Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
that's what I'm thinking.
That's
I
the
feel like it had more for some reason.
yeah, and that's the problem. When you've got way too many riders, you can't focus. Like it's hard for you to focus the story on like different characters. That's what I found out.
I
Plus,
honestly felt like they focused on certain ones and everyone else got pushed to the side.
exactly. Kamen Rider Boss, the episode, I think it was episode 3 and 4. That's when we only learned about him. What they literally do, basically from the start, you've got like the middle, down towards the end of almost like the last 3 episodes of the show. That's when we get to see Boss's wife that's when we get to see Boss's wife.
Yeah.
That's
I
some
think they showed
shitty
her in the
writing.
manga, the comics, I think in the manga they show her, but yeah, it's the first thing you show her in the end.
That's some shitty writing. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, there were certain characters that didn't need to focus. Like this certain ninja,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Ren is a bastard. I don't have anything to say about him.
Maybe I'm gonna say that is Ren worse than Michi or Michi's still there?
Uh,
No, Ren is way worse.
yeah, Ren is worse. Ren is way worse. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Red is just horrible. Since the first he came into the episode, I could tell I was already like annoyed.
I had,
Already annoyed.
I had when Ren came out, I checked the Kamen Rider fandom, and they put because before they put anti-hero, so I thought maybe this guy like is up to something or shit. Then his debut came, then I said, oh okay, this guy looks like a hero to me or something. Then like it did came to me, but it still occurred to me that this guy, there's something more about this guy that's going on about this series, and I was right. It was
I
one
think they needed to tone him down slowly in the beginning because he looked hyperactive then.
too active. It was too active that
Hyper.
is yeah is like those CG like henshin poses after the henshin and the rest. It was way too active that they couldn't add that to his henshin scene. They couldn't add that to Zenshi's.
I really don't know why they gave up. I mean, at the end, kind of got to give some story, but like that was at the end,
Yeah,
like all the way, like the whole time, like every, like, it just was not appealing to me.
but
Like, I was more interested in the genie guy instead.
Genie.
What's his name?
Yes.
Kento.
Oh,
No.
Kento. No, yeah, Kento. Kento.
Kento. There it is. Kento. Kento.
Yeah,
I was more interested in him. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting confused. I was more interested in him when he became Caliber and then freaking Red, like toss him aside, just giving more him and Caliber.
yeah. Um, like
I think the problem with Red that he was very active for like 4 episodes and then with everyone betraying Saber. For like 30 episodes, he did nothing but training and fighting. It was very boring.
too boring.
I didn't watch him.
On
That's hard.
but
And I think the moment when he really showed his moves, when he fought against Disaster, that was an emotional scene.
yeah,
And I was very angry that he actually delivered that scene.
yeah.
I was
I was really angry. Yeah,
like at the end, like mid end, like you have to do nothing for a while just to mid end.
yeah.
That was a great end. And honestly, it felt like all the stuff he was doing were filler episodes.
Exactly.
That's what I felt like. It was like fillers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing is, so even though like I normally shit on Ren, but I'll probably say like Ren had one of the best fights in the season.
I hate that he did.
I like I know like the guy is a bit unstable and shit, but he had one of the best fights in the season. He actually had two of the best fights actually in the season. Two of the best fights.
Here's what pissed me off.
Yeah, they are the first one with Daishinji against the first Sage, then the second one against like the last Sage with Espada. He had one of the best two fights in the season, and I'm pissed off about that. But whatever.
I love this about it. So, like, I wish, instead of a move, I wish they would have given him like a form, like at least combined with the guy he
Nah,
hold the book.
nah,
No,
they,
no,
nah,
just give him a move instead. Which I mean, it was a cool move, but come on, it would have been nice if you combined that form.
yeah, no, but
I would love for that.
yeah, that's
Saber has too many combined forms. He
too
can use
many.
Primitive Dragon and Elemental Dragon.
We'll talk.
And
Yeah, we'll talk about the forms later on. Yeah,
okay, that's one issue I did want to talk about. They introduced too many forms, like a second episode, third episode, and so on.
yeah,
Too many combinations, too many like to keep up with. Like, oh, new form, new form. Here's a new book. Here's another new book. Oh, let me use that book on me instead. Like, oh, like you guys are rushing it too fast.
yeah, way too much. Like I like.
And 4 episodes in, there was already like 3 books used already.
Yeah, that's the problem. The bringing in of those 10 riders and the forms were way too much. They were way too much. And Saber, I was actually kind of surprised. Saber has so many good forms, and like I'm just imagining like how much money they've invested on this guy alone. I'm worried. And like the amount of toys that Toy keeps pumping out each time,
That's the thing.
that's the most annoying. That's why immediately when they brought out Primitive and Elemental Dragon Wonder Right book out, and I saw the price in, I said, nah, I can't afford this shit. I sold my Saber drive immediately.
That was the thing. Like, they released so many freaking books that fast because they want to push off the points that they didn't give time for us anything to build up a story to use that book.
Exactly.
They just tell like, I'm out. That was it.
What?
The monster of the week.
Yeah. What I'm more pissed off about, right, is that there were the time when Saber's driver got locked by Stories because he put in like a spell or something. They hyped up so much about, oh, Thomas should go to Avalon so he can come and collect the King of Arthur Wonder Right book. So after all that excitement and the rest, they went over there, they collected the Wonder Right book, and Saber just used it for just 2-3 episodes that they dumped it as if nothing happened. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's be honest. Federer is not the only one that is doing that. If you look at 01, for example,
Yeah,
It used it only twice.
2 episodes. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but like,
that's the thing about Kamen Rider, that they use a form and then they dump it aside. That you don't see it until like the last episode or in the movie, at least like one time. Like, oh, it still has that form. Oh, I did not know that.
yeah, but like,
You
the
know, they do that a lot. They use it.
they do that a lot. Yeah, you're right. But like the thing is with this one is that Sab- Saber has been building up the hype about this form compared to like Zero One. They like Horby and Jin. They got like they hacked one of the they hacked one of the robots from AIM. So they had to quickly get like a robot. Then Izu went, oh okay, we have something similar to this up in the sky with Zia. So they brought that one out. There's no story about like breaking Mammoth. Also Zio's time machine. There's nothing there about those ones. But when we're talk when we're talking about Saber, Saber built up the hype about this form, and that's what's pissing me off. Like there was like a little story to introduce us to the king of Auto Wonder, king of Auto form in like in general. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
And like
I
when
think the major with I think the major thing with robots and bikes
yeah
were really missing in the recent series. If it was for Saber or Zero One, I mean the whole name is Kamen Rider.
yeah
If we look at Ichigo and W and O's, they had a big usage of bikes.
bikes yeah
That's what it's all about.
yeah yeah
And I think that when it started really early with Build and you can see
yeah
Zero One and Saber, they hardly use their bikes. I think
yeah.
that's annoying.
Apparently, it's apparently they set road regulations. You know before Showa era and the rest, like they've got like like they've got like lands and plots like almost all over the place. So they were quite free to use that, like to use those places. Then I think after like his like year 2000 or so, they had to like put in some like road regulations and the rest. Like if you're like you know the Zero One summer movie, the real time movie, since that one was since like basically all of us we like the whole lot of us were basically on lockdown. So they basically they could do anything they wanted. But if that wasn't the case, then like we could have had like a different story that's of the Zero One movie, and B, we wouldn't have so many like, or that Zero One bike scene and like the airplane scene and all that shit. Then we couldn't have all that because like all those road regulations and shit.
I don't know, I felt like Saber had less bikes at all.
Yeah,
They
yep.
only used it like in the like what episode 2 or 3, and that was it. Like episode 2, they used it, and that was it. I did not see much of bike usage at all. I just see them running places.
Yeah, that's same thing in Sentai. No more like there's not much bike scenes anymore with Sentai as well.
They didn't need vehicles because they used their books to teleport to places.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That's what pissed me off. It's like that's when you know like much of your bike at all. Now you just use their book to get to places or running. Like really.
Man, that was bad. Okay, let's go over the forms because that's getting me pissed off. So, Brave Dragon, what do you guys think about it?
I like it. It's
You,
interesting. I like the color concept. I like the shoulder pad. It's not as bad as Zeo with the quadrants and stuff.
like Zero Suit wasn't bad at all actually.
Zeo though the forms, so they got armor forms. I didn't like the quadrants.
Yeah, it seems people.
Zero was fine because it was slick.
Yeah, that was represented like the early Showa era with Ichigo.
But I like the base form for Zero, like for Saber. I like the base form. And I like the color schemes. I like it slick. You know, everything about it felt good about the suit. I like the suit. It gave me that. I like when you saw Ghost for the first time. You like the suit because it looked interesting. Like you need like the nighttime, the glow of it.
Oh
You
right,
know,
those effects, yeah. Eva,
Yeah.
Eva, what you think?
I like it. The Saber outfit's not bad for baseball.
Mm, okay, Eva.
I don't have anything bad to say about the baseball. I think it looks pretty nice. Uh, I don't know. And I think they tried to pull out a W,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the split. Yeah, two colors. Yeah, but this time they made it split into three parts, which is
Yeah, the three parts. It's like the final form of W. More like the final form. Three color schemes.
it was interesting in the beginning, but it kind of lost its purpose when he started to use Dragon Ignite or Primitive Dragon. That it affected its own form, so I think it lost its point. Like in episode, like when Dragon Ignite debuted.
yeah. Um, as for me,
But
like,
yeah, I don't like that Dragon Ignite form.
oh, I love it. I love that form.
To me, it feels like it's all over the place for some reason.
Well, that's like for me for me the base form, I don't really like the base form at all. Like I was struggling to like digest that, and I don't know why. I don't still know why I hate the form, but like, yeah, whatever. Like there's nothing much much more for me to say. Like I hate the form. I just hate it. Uh, you know your favorite form. That's was not Dragon, Hedgehog, and Peter Fantasy Sister. What you got to say about that one?
Well, that was a very nice form, I have to say. It's the very first free volume combo that Saber used. And I like the comics about that. It was a very nice combination of a dragon, a hedgehog, and Peter Pan.
Yeah,
Um, they should have used it more. I think it was a very bad mistake. They only used
one.
two free volumes.
Yeah,
This one and Crimson Dragon.
yeah,
I think it was a very big opportunity that was not
lost.
used.
Yeah, like I think like
Very bad mistake from them.
yeah, I think like another thing with like Saber, you know, like that combo, the two books, like that isn't like Saber's books. That's like other one of it was a Blade's book, and the other one was a Spider's. So I think probably thinking that they both of them were going to use it for something. So that's why I'm thinking they wasn't used for that much. Uh, okay, let's jump to
I think everyone thought that Saber is going to use Lion Senki and Lambda Langina
yeah, and
as
like
spatial form.
that's with
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I thought
they
like
used
that.
it on Core Saber, which really sucks.
yeah,
I kind of wish they would do it for normal Saber.
yeah. Me same. Well, at the very least, we got Dragon Alangina. That's when Kenta died.
Unfortunately, only that.
I mean that was okay, I guess. Nothing. I've got nothing much to say. What about Chris?
That's pretty basic, not very special.
Yeah. What about Crimson Dragon?
Well, this is supposedly the upgrade form of Saber. Besides, there's too much red. I can say it's like a complete form of Brave Dragon,
Brave
which
Dragon,
nothing
yeah.
really has to say.
Yeah. I mean the like they do like with the CG they do try to emphasize that like this form uses like too much fire and shit, but yeah, what gives? Like when the form came out, like loads of people were hyping out for that form. I don't know why, but like if they like the form, they like the form. I for me, I think the form was okay. Uh, it, w- it seems that even that form wasn't even able to be caliber at the very point. So
You know, the one thing that really annoyed me about the usage of free volume books,
yeah,
that if you remember at the very beginning,
yeah,
is Tom Conan was really tired after using the free volumes.
yeah. That
And
wasn't
then like later he used it like it's nothing.
exactly
And
like
that's
that
kind of
was
really arrogant.
like
I don't know
Yeah,
but they haven't shown anything that really annoyed me.
yeah.
It's like very fixable. I don't know.
I don't really know. Like they did say that the three that was the three that wasn't even his wonder combo. That was like the three combo. That was like a dragon, a hedgehog, and a Peter fan. Those three, there were so if you use three books, you have some huge amount of stamina that you've used using those books. But Daishin just said that if you use the wonder combo, like a lot of energy is being used. So like you will feel even more worse than using the three combo. But it seems like after one episode, Saber was fine. Like I'm saying, is like where's this story going from? I wasn't even expecting anything good out of the story after that. Like they keep changing the concept and everything. R2,
Yeah,
what?
that was unexplained.
Yeah, R2, what do you think of the form?
I don't like it. I feel like Saber had too many freaking forms.
Yeah,
And just by looking at all these forms, I wish they could have just made like a whole series art.
yeah,
Like have it like one of them be like the mid super and then later on the final form, but I don't like it. Like too all over the place for me. Like I said, like the cauldron, I have issues with the shoulders. Like legit shoulders.
yeah.
On
That's
base form you have was dragon and it's fine, it was his shoulder, like but this form has like giant cauldrons. His helmet looks more like spikier. Like oh, I don't know, it's just all over. I don't like it.
fair enough.
I think I prefer like if they would have done like the ear pad hedgehog one. That would have continued. I like that one because it was a combination.
Yeah.
Like a different color palette. But all red.
Mm.
And then I like the next one being gone. That one was way better. That one would have been better red.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. When you showed that picture, yeah, that red.
When I show you a picture, that was supposed to be red, or supposedly it was leaf that was going to be
It
red.
was gonna be red. That one
That
was
is better
really
red.
good. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, that was really good.
Like I like that form as red, but this form, like this first turn or second super form, I don't know, it just does not look red. It should have been like maybe like black and white at least.
Yeah, get you.
You know, because they did red again. Think about it. What did they do all red last time? Ghost, right?
Yeah,
They got his gas form all red. They do the same thing they did in Ghost, all red. They could have went black and white. That would have looked more better, at least in my opinion. Because they're just doing what they did in Ghost. They're repeating it, the
Ye-
same thing.
yeah.
With black.
At the very least, I preferred like from this one. I prefer token boost compared to like the three wonder combos over there. Like it's got like I feel like the black and the red combination with like this the silver like ghost symbol on the chest side. I think that one works perfectly.
Uh,
But anyways, Dragonic Knight, Yuva, what do you think about it?
I have to say it's one of the best forms I've ever seen of Saber.
It is.
Agreed.
I,
Agreed.
I really think they try to copy the style of Ryuki,
Yeah,
and you know with the dragon thing on his arm.
yeah,
Just instead using counts, he's using the Wonder Rider books.
yeah,
And I really like this form. Not gonna lie, I even have this Sodu figure.
yeah. You did show me. Yeah,
It looks really awesome, and his SHF figure
yeah.
is also on point. I really like it.
Yeah. I'm planning at the end of the year to like probably this end of the year or early next year to grab some like SH figures from some riders. So I am planning to get the SHF Dragon Ignite because like I dig this formula. I really dig it.
Why couldn't this be the final form?
Exactly. I don't want to say anything before anybody says that hey, gospel is gospel is gospel is
Honestly, this form is just. I think it's one of the best forms I've seen in Colorado in a while.
exactly. Yeah.
Not Shogun or his second form of Dime. Like this has been a while since I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh well, 0-1 too. 0-1 has some good form like
Yeah.
that, but this one just like it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
like, that's what a giant armor should be like.
Exactly.
You're gonna represent like a Jargon armor, that's it.
Yeah.
And you know what that picture with him all red, that's perfect.
That perfect. Yeah.
Any color would have been fine, but this form looks just gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's
It
one
is.
of the best forms I've seen.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. As
Indeed.
yeah. As for me, Dragon Ignite, it's a good form. Really digged it. But the only problem is that I don't know why the I don't want to criticize the Toku, like the Toku community at all, right? But it's just that I don't know what's going on with I don't know what you guys are looking from Kamen Rider. Like this form was beautiful when it came out. You guys were criticizing the form a lot, say that the color is like this, the design is that, and like I had like loads of excuses. This form is now best that, like it's that like you guys are like sometimes you like that bad that when Cross Saber came out, you guys are now regretting it, saying that oh, Dragon Knight was better than that, was better is better than Cross Saber as a final form. So you guys, I simply don't understand the current Toku community at the point right now. But as for me, Dragon Knight, when the leaks came out from the magazine, I loved it. And when it came out in the show, I like had like the first that this is like the first time I've actually seen like such a beautiful Kamen Rider suit. For it to be an upgrade form and not a super form, or even better, a final form, that's the disappointment I have. Like the
I
form,
like that you have the suit in episodes.
the form did like this form when Toma was about to get primitive dragon. That's what we'll be talking about next. Toma didn't look weak on Dragonic Knight at all. Like you guys have to agree with me on this one. Like Toma did not look weak in Dragonic Knight
Yes.
at all. He was fine. Toma was fine. It's just toy. It's just toy just pushing out more toys. Let's jump back in. We'll do primitive and elemental dragon together because they're basically the same thing.
This is when it goes downhill, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the blue and black one better than the whatever that is.
The blue and red one.
The next one, color planet one. Like, like you go from best looking suit to a semi okay suit because I like the dragon claw on the chest. I like the flames on the shoulder. It's like fire. Like it's a dragon, right? Yeah, it's a dragon flame.
Yeah.
I like the color scheme. The blue, like the teal or aqua black. It's not a bad color scheme.
Yeah.
I like it. But if you go to its upgraded form, it's just not a good color palette at all.
Mm-mm. You're right.
I feel like the light blue goes away. You're over coloring it with like
The red.
orange, yellow.
Yeah,
red,
type of red
and
kind, yeah.
That shines it.
Yeah.
It's not even red. I think it's brownish red, like burnt red.
Uh, yeah.
It's just I prefer the first one before it goes to that one because that one is just like horrible. Like the other colors outshine the light blue and all that. There's no point. It looks like it's like a fire taking over the ice for it in a way.
Yeah.
Like even the bottom, just by his legs, like he goes red, yellow, and blue.
Blue,
It's like,
yeah.
Those are not good combinations of color.
Nope.
I hate it.
Don't blame you. You've
Yeah, yes, so Primitive Dragon was supposed to be the Berserker form, a form which Toho could not control.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Which is continuing Metal Cluster Hopper, Build Hazard,
Yeah.
and then
Makes sense.
the release of
He got control. He gets possessed.
yeah, pretty much trying to continue a tradition of uncontrollable
Forms. Yeah.
Like bangs again. Bangs.
Totira combo.
Which I love that form so much. I love that form so much.
Yeah.
And dessert of
Yeah.
fire.
And the list is getting better. Elemental Dragon, I didn't like the colors at all. I think that form sucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
And basically now basically instead only sorry, he has the power of fire, but now he got 6 other elements if not mistaken.
I think it's four.
Basically he's
think it's oh yeah, six. Yeah, you're right, six. Yeah, fire, water.
Yes, 6 outfit?
Yeah, fire, water, thunder, earth, wind, and I think it's five. No, it's five.
So he pretty much has his whole teammates moves.
Basically, yeah. Apart from caliber.
Yeah, so I think
Caliber
this
is yeah, yes.
the SPR film does not match its colors. I think it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yes, they try, it looks like they trying to put a shining assault over, but it's the mid-season form.
It looks like a horrible. To me, it looks like a horrible shiny Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like you have the base one that looks like you have the cool looking one, and then you get the one that's like slightly like okay, it's kind of like Dragonite, pink, green. It makes no sense why it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
the first one like all nice and pink, and then you got the green Dragonite. That's what it looks like to me.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got nothing to say. This suit, I prefer primitive dragon suit to elemental dragon, definitely. Elemental dragon was elemental dragon was okay. I won't shit the form too much. The only problem I have with this form is that Toy used too much like over the top CG on this form, that they tried to say that, hey, since Thomas got the power of like all this like elements and the rest, they can be able to dodge attacks. 2 3 episodes later, that ability has is disappeared. Why? Because Toy has run out of budget. That's the only thing I've got. That's the only nitpick I've got about this form. This form is like they used too much CG. I wouldn't go back to it anymore. Anyways, I think we have to do two now because like we're almost running out of time. So we'll do emotional dragon and superhero Sinki. Yuva,
What's the difference from the base form and that form? They look the same.
which one?
Again,
Which one?
I mean the 3 4 dragons.
Okay, that one.
Emotional dragon.
Yeah, it looks like the base form just had 3 heads
Um,
or 2 more heads.
To be
uh,
honest, I believe that should be the final form.
yeah,
It has the power of 3 different dragons.
three different dragons.
It
Yeah,
looks really good. It looks really good for a final form, not gonna lie.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I agree on that. It should have been a final form at least, but man, like it looks just like the base form. They should have changed something else besides just the cut. Like they should have swapped the cut message something else.
Uh,
It just looks like the base form.
I like.
Upgraded.
I hope you do like realize that this form was like a movie form, like a very shitty movie form, like
Yeah, it should have been a movie form.
it should,
That's what I feel like it should have
and
been.
it should have stayed a movie form, if not because that the writers decided to bring back from the movie and bring him into the show.
I don't like it. I want to skip this and go to the. I want to go to the movie exclusive one because that's way better than
Yeah,
this one.
yeah, jump to the movie exclusive one. Yeah, just do that.
I mean, I love the movie one because it's just. I mean, we all like psychiatrists.
Yeah,
And I love this too. Not only that, it has the abilities of freaking Sentai Kamen Rider.
yeah,
I love this. Like, I love this suit as a movie exclusive.
yeah, same.
Yeah, I like it as well. I want to get the Wonder Rider book already.
I
I'm not kidding.
you've already ordered it. I sent you the link to the place to order it.
Yeah, I ordered it and I can't wait to get it. I wish it was January already so I can get it already.
I swear, yeah.
I like it. I like it because it's like the power of Sentai combined to Kamen Rider. That's what. See, that's what I have an issue when I do Kamen Riders and Sentai combinations.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
yeah,
It's the first time they actually do something that actually looks good.
exactly, yeah.
Because every time you do a combination of Sentai and Kamen Rider, it's a Zord.
It's
So it's
it's
a Zord that does something stupid.
it's either Zord, it's either they invite the rider into the Zords, or they get like for example now when the kid Ryuki and Blade was fighting against, I forgot what that mentor man is called. Goseiga had to give their own cards. They had to give their cards to the riders. And like that was weird as fuck. I wouldn't even lie to you. I didn't like that at all. Reflect. What was it called? It was called. They called it reflect card or something. Ah man, that was messed up. That was messed up as
Yeah.
fuck. Nah, that was bad.
It's like if they're gonna not do no combinations of Kamen Rider Sentai and a Hunt Time, they actually they went with the ballpark on this, and they actually did a good job
They
on
did.
it.
Yeah, they did a
You
good
know,
job.
like, well, we're not gonna be doing any Sentai combinations or Kamen Rider in a while, but we'll give her a best shot with this suit here.
Yeah, and they did well. They've really done well
And
in
it's
this
good.
suit. Yeah. Uh, okay.
It's
This
like a big one used.
exactly. Yeah. Okay. The time that we of that I have not been waiting for a very long time. Cross Saber. You guys start talking.
Hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's legit the base form again. They don't do understand it, but it makes sense. Here, it's the same outfit, just make it sparkly.
Yeah. Let
Make it cheese.
yeah. I need to get this one out first. The difference between 02 and Cross Saber, 02 had a different base, like it had a different form. 02 isn't a repaint, whereas this one is a
Yeah,
complete repaint.
it is.
There,
The only difference is
I had to,
a different sword, but it's the same thing.
oh man,
I don't know. I don't know. Rewi's just gonna be doing where they do final forms, or it's gonna be the base form but recolored.
I
I
wouldn't,
really hope they do that.
I wouldn't even mind reverse if he actually gets like a repainted like final form. You know why? It's because like the forms from the leaks now, the forms from the leaks, I'm actually liking them a lot. So I actually don't mind if Saber gets like if yeah, sorry if Revice gets like it's this like the same form just repainted because like they've wasted the money for the those vice stamps and the rider powers like thingy and the rest like armor time and the rest.
I love the concept that it has the powers of everyone's books and swords. I just don't like the outfit. I hate that they just made it a very powerful gam in a way. Dayusha Overlord, like I love that they made that kind of way, but horrible freaking final form. And then
What?
what pisses me off about this final form is they don't even use it in the final episode. Like
What?
it pisses me off. They did the same thing they did with Ghost, where Ghost looked at least fancy, but he couldn't use it. And it's
Exactly.
the same shit happened with the suit. The suit is horrible. Like if you're gonna make a fighter suit that could have the power of all the books, why don't you incorporate that in the suit or something like that?
Exactly.
Like need one piece of each of the characters' armor or something, something that can make it different as not a repaint.
Yeah. Like
I have to say, I remember when we first saw the scans,
yeah.
everyone hated it. Everyone hated Cross Saber, and it should have been Emotional Dragon.
Yeah.
And the producer said that he is trying to bring back stronger charge up style.
That's what I
I
don't
can't get
like.
the name.
That's what I don't like at all. You
I
know,
want to punch him.
not like do you know like strong like if stronger had like a simpler like final form, I understand that like that Showa era, but here we're talking about Reiwa like
Yeah,
bring
that's
him
all.
like different more
Yeah,
designs. We've got technology now, like for example now 01 realizing Hopper right now, right? It's the base form, but that form looks like a CGI form to me. Why? Because like it's got all that like fast speed type of like shit and the rest. Back in those days, they hardly like CGI technology wasn't advanced, so I wouldn't actually mind a stronger charge up back in the days. Why? Because A, it's something new, and B, we are getting like we're improving technology. But this is just bullshit.
yeah. I felt like they're like, hey kids, remember Showa? Do you remember Showa? Well, here it is again.
Nah,
Right here. Eat
that
this. Eat this.
do you know what I hate? You know what I most hate about it? The director put like a blog out and said that he like you guys shouldn't criticize Cross Saber with hired one of the best craftsmen to like paint the suit and the rest. I was fucking laughing out loud. That was a mess.
I agree with you.
Ah man.
Ryan Dragon should have been the final form.
like I was laughing so hard
Okay.
when the director said, "Oh, we hired one of the best craftsman to like to paint the suit and put all those star things over there." Ah man,
No.
nah.
See, if they would have did Crying Dragon as a final form and put that color palette on that, I would have been okay with that
Yeah,
because it's different. But when you get your base form as a final form and you just slap a color paint, then you have a problem.
yeah, we have a big problem.
It's the same thing, and it's like you should have made Crying Dragon a final form. You should have color painted that onto that instead. Then it would have made more sense. But no, you just made base form after base form, and then final form in the base form.
Yeah, like I hate like this new concept now. You bring in like more cooler forms, right? Then like you bring in much big cooler forms that like super and like their upgrade forms, then back to the final form. Like it's like shit. Like I don't like that shit at all. If you want to go for like a minimalistic like type of form, then make sure that that goes all along into the end. Not trying to bring in big like big over the top forms. Then eventually when we go back to like the final form, you bring in a simplistic form, then you later slap heavy amounts of CGI on it. That's shit bag.
Yeah. I
You've
also have an issue with the weapon. I don't like the whole pulling like a shotgun pumping it.
yeah.
I had the same issue with Kiva when he's with the sword. It's the same thing as Kiva, like you're just charging it up and down like a shotgun,
I mean
pumping it.
cross saber like that's like more like selecting the weapons. As for Kivas, the Kivas Zambat, so that's just charging it up.
I guess don't like it. I like the concept of having to battle and you have to well, let me pump it real quick, okay, let me fight kind of thing.
You've
I don't like it.
you've
At this point, if I had to give it a tier,
yeah,
it's F tier.
yeah, definitely. Like but
Anyway,
there's no need even thinking about it.
also, yeah, they also made the Crimson Saber and featuring Saber.
Yeah.
And these two forms debuted only for one episode.
One
So what's the point
episode.
of making this form?
Now
One
that's what
episode for each form.
now
What's
that's
the
what
point of making it that?
yeah, that now that's what I have a problem
That
with.
sounds delicious.
That's what I have a problem with now. You know, featuring Saber. Featuring Saber, instead of bringing in that shitty Wonder Almighty Wonder Right book over there, use fucking featuring Saber and the last fight against Sorius. Nope. Let's bring in all the right. Let's bring in all the toy sales people over. Let's over up. Let's get in a new toy. Let's push it out, and that's what pissed me off a lot. Like a lot of people were going, why didn't Saber use featuring? Why didn't Saber use featuring Saber instead of using like that shitty Wonder Almighty book? Which I have to tell you, I hate that book so much.
Shut that too.
I
I
hate that book.
that Wonder Book just legit gave him base form.
Now that's
Like,
apart from the base form, I hate the book in general. Like opening the book up, that's what like the story parts when you like press the handle of the story, when you have to hear like each individual like saying like the stuff over there. I hate it. Like I hate the whole book. I hate it all. I don't like it.
yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, the fact that he used all the books is kind of stupid. I
Yeah,
agree.
really
So
stupid.
wait, so Crosshaver could use the swords of the people, and why the Mighty Book allows you to use all the
All the
books?
books, yeah.
That is very stupid.
That's dumb. That was like
Really,
really dumb.
That is very stupid.
yeah, for me, it looks like someone took the Dragon Ignite book and the Elemental Dragon book, photoshopped every Wonder Ride book, and put it together.
Exactly. And that and if you check the Wonder Almighty Wonder Right book, if you check the sticker, I don't think they've done a very good job in the stickers as well.
Yeah, it looks like someone photoshopped them
Exactly.
with all honesty.
Exactly, yeah. Um featuring Saber and the other one that's Crimson Saber. Those forms are not bad at all actually. They are okay, I guess.
But they just recovers of Crimson Dragon and the form we all wanted to see from the very beginning, but we never got it.
Yeah, I mean like forget like okay like let's forget Crimson Dragon. I mean like featuring Saber like that was like an original form you can say I guess.
Yeah, which I thought, which we want to see as normal when the right book set up as Crimson
Crimson.
across the Dragon. Sorry, that kind of sucked.
I was I
Oh well.
was I was waiting for Saber to use the King of Arthur won the right book on the cross Saber. I'm so disappointed they did not use it.
Oh yeah, there was a special form called Hybrid Saber,
Hybrid Saber,
which used Brave Dragon and King of
King
Arthur.
of Arthur, yeah. I, w-
I, s-
I was really getting excited like oh this guy finally remembers like he finally remembers that he has the King of Arthur won the right book. Nope, never used it.
Whoop, whoop, that's where you're going.
Yeah. Um. Okay, we're done with Saber's form. That was really that was that was it was a good one. Um. The villains. Like let's talk about the villains. Uh. We'll start with Caliber, right? Like there's not too much to say about Caliber.
Nah.
Nah.
I think we said enough about Caliber with the rivalry.
Yeah.
Too many Calibers in my opinion.
Yeah. Let's talk about
we
Thingy.
have to say something about we have to say something about Chow Dragon. Is the upgraded form. I really like his transformation sound.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah. I
now.
heard that.
Yeah, now yeah.
Yeah,
Another thing. Let's
just
yeah
blow tunes.
yeah. Let's get into that one now. Uh, Saber's Henshin sounds. They're one of the longest I've actually experienced in like a Kamen Rider series. You know, like Showa type. We never even had like a letter even spoken in the belts. Then eventually between like it started with Ryuki, right? When like we later start having like people actually like speaking in like the belts and the rest. But Saber is one of the series that has one of the longest like the longest ancient styles. Even started with like Crimson Dragon actually.
Yeah.
He had one of the
Wait,
longest.
are these the longest? Are these the longest instances?
Yeah,
This is the series that has the longest? Oh man.
it is the
Yeah,
series that has the
that's
longest. Starting from like Crimson Dragon the like the all red form. It started from there.
yeah.
It started from there. That was like like people liked it, but like people also hated it as well. Like he had like a very long engine sound. They're like I wasn't surprised when Cross Saber had like a long engine sound because like it's now part
Yeah.
it's Saber's like it's now part of
Is
Saber
there
right now.
is it longer than Zeo's final form?
Yeah, I think it was longer than Zeo's final form by I think 5 seconds or so.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, then you have an issue with your engine
Exact
sounds longer than an
ex-
episode.
exactly.
Yeah.
So so Cross Saber so they played the footage for Cross Saber, but in the show, Crimson Saber and yeah, it was just Crimson Saber. Crimson Saber didn't get his full engine sound played in the show. It was just like the first part of the engine sound, then like the remaining end, and that was like disappointing because like I also like Crimson Saber's like engine sound, but that's just a small nitpick, not too much over there. Yeah, but
Uh,
yeah, but Jiao Dragon, that form, I love that form so much. I love the ancient sound of that form. That form was like badass. I wouldn't even lie to you.
it's like it's not better than its base form, but it's better.
Yeah,
I
that.
like it.
Yeah, that was like the good.
I just kind of wish. The only thing I wish is like for every user that use Caliber, they should have changed here and there to make it a little different for each
Yeah,
user that uses.
yeah, I understand, but like there was
Like when your son used it, they should have had some sort of lightning effects to the suit. Just
yeah,
something to represent each one.
understand. Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
I agree. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Like
because and then I was disappointed that I thought for once maybe they're gonna get A to become Caliber,
yeah.
like been there, but then like what Sylvie came is like a big slap in the face.
Oh
Like
yeah,
he's totally just throw her to be in one battle.
yeah.
Make her be useful for once.
True.
Like May has not been useful every episode.
she's not she's not. I mean, May is no, like not that I like May that much, but like May was good as like comic relief and the rest. You understand what I
She
mean?
was useful at least.
She,
Annoying, but useful.
yeah, she was useful
She
sometimes. Yeah,
converted a lot of people who were like assholes to friend people.
exactly. Just like
She was useful and she was there. Even if she got injured, she put herself, her body in the line. But where is Sophie at? Hiding, being
yeah,
back at the base, not doing nothing.
yeah. I mean, that's good, I guess. Yeah. Turn to the villains now. Like the three villains that was Storius, and I forgot Zuos and Legio. What do you guys think about those ones?
Uh, I honestly like the main Storius, and I think that was the one that was fighting the secondary rider. I forget his name.
Zuos, Zuos.
Yeah, I did not. I did not even remember there was another guy in that team, and their villains.
Yeah,
That's forgettable. I forgot about that.
there we go. There we go. Saber is good, but it's not gonna be remember. It's like I won't remember it. Like I told
I
my
only know the two villains.
like I told like I
Three actually, if you count this Stardos.
yeah, like if like like what I told my friend before is that Saber was good, but it's not rememberable. Now that I'm done with Saber, I wouldn't touch Saber for another 10 to probably 20 years. That's if I even get to remember that Saber even exists.
I mean, there's worse series out there, Kamen Rider. There's worse. There's not like way worse compared to this.
Like
I mean,
with
I think people will still kind of remember it, but like here and there, like maybe like suit wise, that's about it.
yeah,
Like suit, maybe certain jingles, maybe certain insert songs, certain scenes, but that's about it really. Like I mean, are you gonna really remember the villain? I don't think I'll ever remember the villain
I
story
think
span for a while.
the only villain I'll remember from Saber, that's if I actually do put some effort in, will be Storius. Like Kamen Rider Storius. I
Yeah,
like
the
that
same.
I like
Oh
that
yeah,
form a
Kamen Rider
lot.
stories. Yes,
I
not
like
regular
I
stories.
like that I liked Storius as a writer a lot. That was like a good job. Like remember when Tingy, what's his name, Solomon came in as a villain. I told you like I hated this guy so much. Like its personality, everything. Like I hated it so much. But like Storius, like I like Storius. I like Storius. Like that henshin sound on Storius, that dark, like that's when like the final villain's about to appear and everything. That was good.
Yeah, I agree.
That was good. Uh, so I would like we've already talked about we've already talked Solomon. Solomon's like plans of destroying the world or trying to conquer it. That was like one of the most useless story I ever got. Like it doesn't make any
I
sense
think
at
they
all.
just put him as a curveball. Wasn't he good in the beginning?
It was it was good at the beginning. Then it apparently got drunk with power or something. So later got a rider form, tried to use the omniscience tome to try to destroy the world. Then now all of a sudden at the end of Saber's episode is now back good again. Said that the balance of the world has been restored and something. And like I was like, shut the fuck up! Like you were trying to like control or destroy the world like a couple of like almost 10 episodes ago or something. It's like I'm confused. I was like confused.
Yeah. I don't know what was the purpose at all.
Like
Just to die, just to
that
be a common founder,
that was just a
whatever they call it.
that was just a just want to become a camera rider for no reason, then go back and sleep, then go back and die. Like I did show you that at the end of the camera rider Saber, he missed his old role a lot. Like he had to do the shinking gold pose on the Saber show. That's how much he misses the show. Shinking Joe was a good show.
Yeah.
He should have stayed there, not try to jump for his, like he had some disgusting scenes, especially when he had so much saliva in his mouth, and oh no, that was too much. That was way too much for a guy that
I
isn't.
did not recognize the chicken goat until like later, until I recognized the voice.
Nah, man, nah, it was not that
Oh,
there.
that's not bad. I didn't like care about that character until I heard the
like I think that with that Kamen Rider with Solomon, that's Isaac, that's Master Logos. I think they were trying to. I'm not sure, but I think they were trying to bring in like another Dan Kuroto. What do you guys think?
Probably.
Like I was like he has like not that the like nobody can be able to recreate like Dan Kuroto because like he had that like personality and shit. But
I mean, I was happy he died.
yeah, yeah, same.
You know? I
You've
mean, I feel like like the whole thing. I started picking up once he died. That's when I started picking up.
yeah. It says that's
Like that whole freaking storyline, that part, that act was just horrible.
it was horrible. Too bad.
I mean, the only thing you do is introduce Cross Saber, but even that was horrible.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Talking about Cross Saber again, that Cross Saber's fight was probably one of the worst fights I've ever seen in Kamen Rider history for a final form. I would lie to you at all because we're here trying to fight someone that's trying to destroy the world. Instead for us to fight him, we are fighting his giant robots, golden type of king of Arthur. Then when
Uh,
then he gets he go then they're trying to show how powerful Cross Saber is by using the wind, like the wind atmosphere from like the blown robots to push Solomon away because like it seems that even the atmospheric wind in the like the physical explosion, it was too powerful for Solomon. That was really bad.
yeah, I
Z-
agree.
like zero two's fight was way much better than that. Definitely.
Oh yeah, of course. See, that's why I have an issue where like every beginning of a certain era is always good, and then you got like one bad season after that just falls down.
Yeah.
For Kuka, who was good, but Agito kind of fell down. What's with like Agito? I just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like at least Neil Hensei actually did good all the way to like the Wizard.
Yeah. I mean, I guess yeah, like another thing with Saber as well, like Solomon, they're trying to make Solomon all this like powerful type of like god thing, because if you remember with the one, right, when the Ark finally came and I think he attached to like different hosts and the rest. The one metal cluster on its own can't do anything, but if he's like for example now with Thouser, he like the Ark couldn't predict like them working together and the rest, right? But like when like if someone has got like two three people, there's a possibility that it can beat the Arc out, right? But with Saber had like 6 7 riders in their cast over there. No one, if we're talking about Blades in his final form, and everybody over there, that's 6 riders with two of the latest riders, that's Sabela and Durando, and no one can even land a single blow on Master Logos. Like, what the fuck?
I agree on that.
That that
Yeah,
that
I got that.
that
Right,
that,
that
that
red
was
light played final form.
that was bad. So basically, what you're basically trying to tell me is that Solomon can't be defeated unless the cross saber is needed. That's not how it should work. That's not how it should work at all.
They did the same thing on Ghost. When Negron and Swither in their final forms, they got to add me. And then you have freaking Ghost come in like nothing and beat them.
That was bad.
And they were in their final forms. They did the same thing like Ghost. It's like this guy was beating everything from Ghost up to Saber.
I swear, yeah. Like even the final battle against Kamen Rider story is, the like the first part when everybody comes and like there are very big huge amount of henchmen over there where they have to get past. Yeah, that was copied by from Build. That was copied from Build.
Well, the only difference is I actually like this part because at least I got to see everyone get their ass beat
Yeah,
by these freaking swordsmen that are horrible.
yeah.
Like to the point where like, you thought they're dead, and like yes, they died finally.
Not you, not
No,
you,
they're just weak.
not you. No, the most like thingy. I'm sure like Sabina and Durando they were almost dead. If not because Yuri came in like in the nick of time to come and help them.
he should have been dead, right? He got picked up and stabbed him in the stomach, picked up and stabbed multiple times. How are
Exactly,
you alive?
exactly,
There's no way that super chicks from stab wounds like that.
man. That's like,
I think they explained it that dude that could turn into a sword kind of healed them all.
yeah, that's kind of ridiculous because like, and like when Saber got struck by Durando, they went so Tingo, sorry, Yuri was trying to heal Saber in, but he said that he has done as much as he could. It's now left to like medical sciences and the rest to like take care of everything. So so like Yuri doesn't like fully heal everyone. You understand what I mean? It does like.
Like when I saw Red died, I was happy, and then Melby's just like, like when those screenshots showed him like on the floor dead with his eyes open, I was like, yes, you know. But then when he was healed the show, he gets healed, and I was like, oh, you know, like what? There's my opinion. What's the point of having all these people die honorably for the main character to get pushed, and they're gonna get healed by the dude that can turn to a sword?
God knows. I don't even know at all. I'm seriously confused.
Like, you know, you saw all these people sacrifice this like doing their ultimate attack.
Yeah.
They're still trying to beat these guys just to like think that they died just for they can be healed. And, okay.
Like
What?
I don't know like in the final fight when like I was thinking like Slash said that this when Keto went, oh, this dude just copied my attack, then Slash went and said it's only natural because like they were the ones that came up with all these attacks and the rest. Like Ren was the only smart one over here to come up with new. With Ren and Kento were the only smart people to come up with new plans, like new attacks. Like for example, like Ren used like the Mumiken Kyomu to like
Oh, yeah.
to do like the disaster calamity strike and the rest. Then back at the last fight against the last sage, when the swap books and like Kenzen had the power of thunder and like the rest. That's what they were supposed to do, not like try to like sacrifice themselves and
Attack.
yeah that yeah
It's like the they
yeah
already know.
yeah that was not good. That was not good. Like
Yeah.
the answer is like the answer to your problem is already there. It's just like you guys are just trying to make the scenes more emotional. I don't like that at all. Which that's what I'm going to pick up next. Finally, like they are trying to make Saber too emotional. Really too like them trying to make it really emotional. I don't like it.
Can I just say that I hate Luna?
Ah man, don't even get started on that one. So I wouldn't even lie to you. Don't
I
even.
felt like she was by far, she is far or not far useless.
Shit, no, like like Luna has got too many forms now that they've actually made a meme about it. Like I did put it on the Discord when they put Luna's base form is that of a child. Luna's super form, Luna's super Luna's super form is of an adult. Then the final form was the Almighty Book.
That was like I felt like they rushed the kid and like nothing to build up the story. Like you made a meme out of the main character running upstairs. I mean, use it everywhere.
Yeah, they use that everywhere. That's like
It
that's
was
annoying.
horrible.
Yeah,
It was horrible. Everything about it was horrible. And I have an issue with child actors. The only good child actor I think that did good will always be the Aqua one from Q Rangers,
yeah,
the space one.
yeah.
I
I
think that
I
kid actors should not be in anything.
Yeah, I believe like kids. I think kids should stay in Sentai. Sentai is more childish. Sentai is not that too serious. Like Saber was serious for like from like, episode one right almost to the end, right to the end. Sorry, almost in the beginning. Saber was always serious, and I don't see why should appear in like movies like this. I don't see why should
I
appear.
feel like she was useless.
She was like
She was just there to build a purpose for the main character.
yeah.
Like the whole time it was meant to be him or destined for him, like by her, in a way. Like everything about it was freaking horrible. But
What remember what Thomas said? Thomas said that hey, he would go and he would visit Luna, but he wouldn't disappear, right? Now look at the final episode. Luna turned everything back to normal. Luna is still stuck in Wonderworld, while Toma is still alive in the real world. So he didn't. So basically, he didn't complete his full purpose, did he?
Oh, he's ruined it.
Exactly. Why?
I think what's the most annoying about Luna? Remember that scene when she got swallowed into the Wonder Rider book
Yeah.
at the very beginning?
Yeah.
They showed that scene. They showed that scene for like 40 times.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I remember you said that. Like,
Oh
and,
man.
you hate Luke Dictator every time.
All
Like,
the
why-
time.
That scene.
All the time.
You hear Luna screaming, Toma, 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 once again, Toma. Wait. Two episodes later, Toma. Wow, that really annoyed me.
That was annoying. That was really annoying. For
Wow.
and for the
They reuse that scene so much.
too many times.
Oh,
The
I
fa-
get it. She gets swallowed to the Wonder Rider book. Why do we need to see it 40 times?
exactly.
Adult version of that screener in his name.
Ah man. Man, that's man. I like.
That made no sense to me either. Why they made her turn old?
It's
They're
bet.
trying to make her the same age as Cam.
No, it's best like that. If you look at how Master Logos was touching that kid, I swear to God, that was really bad.
Yeah.
The way Master as
I get.
four like 3 or 4 different adults tried to touch a child, that's not normal.
I get it. She just did Yuvalpre. I can't mix it.
Three or 4 adults tried to touch a child, that's not normal. They had to change it. But the fact that I think they changed it from like the movie exclusive superhero Senki. The fact that they had to change it from there, that's why I don't like it. But I wouldn't say anything yet because we haven't watched the movie yet, so we don't know where that change has occurred from. But we have to check the movie first. But I think like the first sign of change was from like the movie, because it feels right it's from the movie, because like the trailers and everything when like they brought out like Luna and Kento and Toma together, it looks like it started from the movie. But we have to watch and see. We have to wait and see. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you guys want to jump straight to the final episode, or?
Yeah, let's just jump to the final episodes. We're 1 hour and a half now. I need to end the stream. So, today, so, not I really want to put any spoilers in today, but let's try to make it. Let's try to limit the spoilers today. Today's episode was okay. Like it was a much better like understanding of the end, because like last week that was not ending at all. That was just some shit like copy and paste from another Kamen Rider series and just put it as a generic ending. So today's episode was actually good, like bringing like some real like footage and like what actually going to happen in the future and the rest.
Alright, we're talking about today's episode or the previous one when like the ending of it, the official ending.
Oh, you want? Oh, okay. If you want, we can talk about the ending. If you want, like, there's not too much to say.
Yeah, I mean, this is like pretty much the start of the next show, right?
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the
It's
end.
like a send-off.
Yeah. Let's. Okay.
A special episode.
Yeah, the epilogue.
Saber and Revice.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll talk about that, but I'll first get this as the final episode.
Okay. Let's get the final episode away.
I'm concerned about today's special introduction.
Okay. And okay, let's do the final episode first, then we'll do the special epilogue, then we'll close it. The final episode, it got like the first like 15 minutes or so goes to show that Cross Saber is useless as fuck.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because Toma gets pushed inside the pit. Then all of a sudden, what happens? He rises back up. He's got the primitive dragon Wonder Right book in his hands. Then what happens? He transforms. He transforms. Right? He uses that hand type of thing that's on the book. He literally grabs Storius and pushes him to the wall. The wall breaks. That's like the most amount of damage ever been done to Storius ever since he transformed.
Yeah.
By this.
Like,
Yeah.
It's one of the useless forms that just doesn't even do nothing.
Yeah. Like my voice is out. You guys can talk about it. Me, I've got nothing else to say about the episode.
I
and you
Like,
call
yeah,
and you
that's
call
supposed to be like
Sab-
super sick blue in a way.
you call
And
cross
then
Sab-
straight and scratch the main character, like the main villain,
and you
in
cross
that form.
that's like I think this was more general of like every show because like it seems that berserker forms right like since they are not scared of anything right of any consequences because like you go out and you rage and like you've got no control of yourself. I feel like since they have no remorse or anything, they can just do anything they want. And like that's why I always think that berserker forms like we have like they have more chances of actually standing up against like a tough like a very tough foe. For example, like now Stovius, now like their final forms and the rest.
But the thing is, final forms are always supposed to be the powerful form
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
used to fight the boss.
Exactly.
And then you get that final form gets crapped on by the main villain. It kind of tells you like that form has always been useless.
It has been.
You've been fighting weaker freaking boss, like weaker monsters, weaker versions. That's all it is.
Oh,
And the fact that that Wonder Book is useless in my opinion, that is like you have to go transform to that.
oh man,
That was not like
I don't even
no,
want to.
you're just a brand new form.
I
No,
don't.
that's a book that just does all the attacks.
I don't even want to talk about that book at all. That book is useless as fuck. Like that book, like I see that Toy is trying to make money for Toy is trying to make money off no reason. And like the thing that worries me most, right, is that people will actually buy this book because like this book is useless in my opinion. It has nothing to do. Luna turned herself into a book for no reason. Like we have like the five swords coming in together. I don't know why. Instead of having the five swords coming together, I could have preferred if all the books came in together, like like when she turned into a book or like thingy. Then the fight was just horrible. Like
Yeah.
blades blades and espada they were struck like okay, espada was struggling to fight the sage with Kenzan in his three combo, but now all of a sudden it feels so powerful now that it's next to Toma and it can just kick the crap out of Storius.
Yeah.
That does not make any fucking
I
sense.
noticed that too, and I was like, wait, what are they struggling against these freaking swordsmen that I hope they
with
can go toe to toe with a final boss?
with the that's with the
I
three
don't
combo.
know that.
That's with the three combo. Like
Yeah.
that's a wonder combo. That's stupid.
That pissed me off. It's like, okay, were struggling against the minions, but as soon as they fight the final boss and he gets Wonder Book, all of a sudden they have the strength of 20 mins that can do it. Like, nothing else. Ugh.
You've
Yeah, that was. I honestly love I love the personality of Storius. I love that he was going through different like phases for some reason. Like he was like remembering his friends and
yeah.
then getting corrupted and then going back and forth.
Yeah,
You know?
I love that one. Yeah, like story.
And then I love and when the main character when I thought Tomo was gonna die, I was like yes, here, please, please, because like the whole world's ending or going dark and then Wonder Book right? So like no, of course it's Kamen Rider. They don't die.
Yeah, of course.
And that's your like saying here.
Kamen Rider never dies anymore.
But and then like you have Bay writing like email and then yeah, that says like a lot of things.
Uh, May writing that email that was useless. I won't even lie to you. That was like
I
that.
guess you're trying to publish the book or something before it ends or something. I don't know what. Like, I was just happy that the main character died. I thought, and then it says 1 year later, we see him writing something before he dies. Like, no, he's alive. He's in the Wonder Book, isn't he?
Yeah, 'cause that was really bad and
And he showed the spirits of all the other, all the people he pretty much beaten or they died.
and they mysteriously become all good. Like apart from Storius, apart from S-
Thank you for being my hero, or thank you for being Oh, that pissed me off when I saw that.
no
Thank you for being my hero.
Storius was so Storius and thingy what's his name Victor. Those two they weren't bad at all, but Zuos, Ligel, thingy Backed and Master Logos. those ones I cringed hard as I cringed really badly because a Backed and Master Stories were about to destroy the world, right? So that ain't normal at all. Then the rest two, if it finally seems that when they die, they finally get their way straight. That does not make any fucking sense at all.
Yeah, they didn't want to be evil. They were just they thought they were having fun.
They had to they had to
The story's goal
they had
was
to
always like thinking about.
they had to realize that when they died, that's not good. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
You
It's like, and even like, what's his name? Color writer from Shell?
oh Backed.
Yeah. Like, he comes in at the end too. Like, did you die? Like, did Toma just save all these people? Like, you want to save everyone?
Oh man, nah, that's I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Have you got anything?
That dude, honestly, that ending made me cringe so badly when like Toma comes back and like everyone excited to see him. Like, even the brother sister, like they were happy as. It's like, what the fuck? Why is everyone happy to see Toma all of a sudden? Like, happy to see him come back?
Nah, Now let's Ren for some reason was running and felt like looked happy for some reason. This was this was Ren that basically hated Toma like for almost let's say
Yes.
almost
Okay, here
all.
we go.
Yeah, he hated
You
like
got you got Red episode 4 in the final episode.
yeah,
That's what you got. That makes no sense. That like that everyone else had changed their mind on Toma.
exactly.
Everyone that hated him that become good. Like him now.
Oh man, no, that's
That
the the right
frustrated. That whole ending frustrated me.
the writers definitely they don't know what they were doing definitely.
Like like the whole ceremony. I thought like maybe it was like a obituary for freaking Toma.
Yeah,
Like they should just let him stay dead and he's just right like he's in the spirit world.
yeah,
They had to make it where it's like you promise to come back and like you come back.
yeah,
Very historic Wonderworld.
yeah. Have you got anything? Because like I've got nothing to say about the final episode anymore.
If I may be honest, I have to say that Kamen Rider Falcon, who was in the movie, is my favorite rider.
Definitely, definitely.
And not because he's a veteran rider, he played Amazon Alpha.
Yeah,
Yeah, that Floyd is familiar. He was an Amazon.
And also Google 5.
yeah.
He is a literal badass, and I really liked him, and I really liked he returned for the final episode.
Def-
For the ending.
That's what I don't like. That's what like. Saber was
It threw
bad.
me off on that one.
Saber was bad. Saber was bad as it was. I don't see how any like two Kaiser couldn't save Saber. They've like Falchion couldn't even save Saber. Even Revise even tried a little bit, but still could not even save. He could not save Saber. Like Saber is already done for. Like he can't be saved anymore.
I love that. I felt like that crossover special. I felt like Zakaji did it better than
They did, they did,
Saber.
they did.
Even with two Kaiser, even with the glories of two Kaiser, it just no, it couldn't. I don't know why. It just couldn't.
The Saber team up thing, that one was it was boring. That thing was boring. It was boring as fuck. Like that's going back to the basics. The basics was just so boring. That's when like Saber was at.
I mean,
That's when Saber was hardly
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
find its step.
The only thing I liked about that crossover was just giving us like them confused while he's dancing and shit and May dancing to it. That was it.
Yeah,
Like everything else about it was awful.
it was just awful. Yeah,
They didn't even show Kaiser his transformation point. They just made the quick one through him and that was it.
yeah. Oh well.
Like you did that as the Kaiser. You actually made them actually get their like it shows them like you did that for to Kaiser and their show.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
And then the Revice special. Now I have concerns about Revice. My main issue is just like the demon or ghost spirit demon.
Yeah. He
Like I have issues that gives me comedy.
he
The Kamen Rider, the man.
yeah he ruined every Like since the time he came and started fighting all over the place, he ruined it for me. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even lie.
yeah. I was like, oh no, no, please don't make it like this comedy thing. Don't make it like Ninja Steel, Victor Amati kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the fact
Like,
though. Like anniversary riders are supposed to be funny. Like that's been the whole concept.
I really hope that's just how it is, and in the show they completely flip it around. Because every time they give every first impression we got from Kamen Rider for the next series has always been interesting until the show comes out. Like
Yeah,
Ghost and Drive,
yeah,
interesting. Yeah, obviously he was already badass in that final episode of Wizard, but like Ghost, then there was a Wizard when you come in and Froze,
yeah.
like the stuff that we got in those shows when it first appeared is nothing compared to what it is on the show.
You're
So
right.
I really hope that revise what they showed us on this one is not what it's gonna be like in the show. Like that, take that TV guy, at least make a comedy but not more jokes,
Yeah,
not like here and there.
that was bad. That was bad. But
Like his fighting style, everything was just weird.
yeah, but like I think the final fights in the episode that was good. I guess we got to see like Revise's power and shit. I mean
Oh yeah,
it's
Mega Lord.
yeah it's
Yeah.
okay, it's okay, I guess, like nothing crazy.
Well, we gotta see how the other forms look like, 'cause I do want to see how these forms look and how cool they're gonna be. Because from the scans that we saw on it, they look awesome. I like the concept of these old Heisei generations combined with that. They
Y-
give it cool.
Yeah, that makes it look cool. Yeah. I
But I
think
really hope that Revice picks up what Saber failed at.
yeah, I really hope so. Yeah. Um.
You know, because I mean, if you think about it, if we had Kuga, Agito was kind of bad,
Yeah.
and then Ryuki kind of picked it up.
Yeah. Ryuki picked up the pace. Yeah.
Wait, was it Ryuki right after?
Yeah.
So
Ryuki.
yeah, it wasn't.
Ryuki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryuki picked it up, and I hope everybody does that where it picks up what Saber just dropped, because I think Saber is the first. I don't know if it's the first, but has the lowest rating Kamen Rider.
Um.
Because I remember a lot of people complained about it, that it was already going bad here, that it was boring. A lot of people were already like, a lot of people in Japan were already like complaining about Saber.
I'm not.
Yeah, a lot of people hated it. I mean, when we well, when the first quarter of the series ended, when we were on episode 10, there were a lot of fans who said Saber is taking the title of Kamen Rider and putting it in the trash, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
Oh.
I had to agree
Yeah.
because Saber was overall a bad series.
It
If
was.
you look at the writers, if you look at the actors, yeah, it was a very bad series, to be honest.
I would agree that it's a bad series, but I'm not gonna agree that it's the worst series, because we still have Hibiki. Second half of it that was horrible.
No, but like
Changed a lot of stuff.
no.
But I mean, I would, in my opinion, I would give it the benefit of the doubt that they will give it D tier compared to other bad series.
Yeah. Well, like the
I
tier.
just D.
Yeah, the tier ratings will do that at the end. We're almost at the end of the stream right now. But I've got like yeah, but I've got there like Hibiki. I wouldn't call Hibiki the worst season. It was like at first when I saw Hibiki, like Hibiki's form, I thought, oh, this, I don't think I'm gonna enjoy this guy at all. But like after the shit that went on in Kamen Rider Blade, right? You know, like Kamen Rider Blade, like first half was like really bad. Like people weren't enjoying it. It was
Second season actually got better.
yeah, like people like shitted on the form, like the like I think Blade, I think Kamen Rider Blade had one of the worst toy sales like in Kamen Rider history because of how bland and so simplistic it was. But like second half it later picked up, and I'm really glad because like
Well,
maybe
they had the opposite in Hibiki.
yeah.
There's only 14 episodes. Hibiki was good, and then they changed a lot of stuff.
Nah, he like no like he
That's why when the main writer wanted to punch the director, and I can no longer hear Kamen Rider.
that's what pissed me off. That shit pissed me off a lot. Like there's no way someone unless the person unless something's actually wrong with the person, there's no way like someone would punch someone for no reason. Uh,
Oh, that zero is bad. They changed a lot of stuff.
I'm
Hibiki was like I said, Hibiki is pretty. The later half of Hibiki is pretty much Saber. All of it though. But at least there was nothing good in Saber. Hibiki had 14 episodes that were good until they did a break and they killed it. This is what Saber was. Saber, the whole series of Saber, second half of Hibiki. You know, and Hibiki was like the second half was bad because they brought in the guy who picked Xenos, and Xenos was horrible. They hated him.
yeah, it was really bad. Like I
They
like
changed the whole story. They made the main character was actually the kid, and the teacher was just the story. That was Hibiki was all about the kid, and then he changed it completely.
yeah, like
And he had no story.
that was bad. I really wished like the actor came back, but like I don't know what the fuck TV Asahi is like thinking or something. Or like I'm just
And that's what Saber is.
Yeah.
Saber is pretty much the guy who killed Xenos.
yeah.
Or is Xeno. That's what Saber is. It's that guy. You ruined it. That's what Saber is. Legit that dude. That's private.
Okay.
You know?
Uh,
I mean, Saber had some good forms and certain stuff, but story-wise was horrible. Like I said about Kamen Rider, if you have good sets, you're gonna have a shady storyline.
yeah. Okay.
If you spend more money on suits, then the storyline's gonna be awful.
Yeah. Okay. Quickly. Good. Like this one's like we're gonna be really quick. The movie, the Saber movie. Did any of you guys watch it?
Uh, which Saber movie?
There's like a half an hour Saber movie, 30 minutes.
Oh,
That movie was trash. That movie was trash.
no. The people were both, right?
Hey.
Oh, really? That was a movie?
Yeah. It was a short one. That the movie was really bad. Like, found like backed.
I didn't see it.
Like backed. Kamen Rider Falcon had more story development in the show than in the movie that's supposed to feature that guy. That goes to show how bad the writers were.
Ugh.
Like fight. There were too many fights.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand what the fuck was going on at that moment because there were way too many fight scenes.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, well, on that one. Okay, good.
No, it's not. It's
I actually prefer the special or the short specials with ghosts than what you guys is.
those ones were good. I'm like I like I love Ghost really like I love Ghost so much and like I was glad that they grateful Damashi like could drive the thing back in for me to see that suit back in 2021 like that was like a big relief. I love that film so much.
What do you think of those? What do you think of those suits for Blade and Saber?
Unnecessary.
They're combination.
Unnecessary.
Right?
Yeah, I
It made sense because the director was the one that made both those shows, so I guess he was like, hey, can you help me here?
yeah, but you know that
Something to help Saber?
I mean like you,
Oh,
Necro.
I would love that they did that.
Like you know it's
They need to go fuck free now.
yeah you know like not every not like you know that
Now they introduced the new Kamen Rider canon.
yeah that's also a good one as well. You know not every actor is available like to act because like they've got like businesses and shit to attend to, you know. So, like you know like Onari like that first like monk guy like that baldy guy like he was not available because
Thank God they switched them out.
yeah
Thank God.
they switched it now to
I
one
was
to
confused who was this guy though. I was confused like who's this person?
yeah that was Onari like I think he redeemed himself from like the evil organization that works for the thing over there, but all like
Oh, that's right. He was part of that, wasn't he?
yeah, but later
Earlier.
yeah, but like Onari later gave him some food and later changed his ways and anything. Anyways, no, we need to finish this stream. Like I've spent so much time over here. Yeah, so
Right.
like yeah, so final thoughts and reviews from each ones of you, then we'll end the stream.
What was the question?
Final thoughts and review. Final thoughts, then give it a rating.
My final thoughts is next time don't do something like this again. Like don't like give us too many forums or off the bat. Don't introduce too many characters without giving us a backstory at least. The
Yeah,
backstory would have been fine.
Yuki had more.
Like
Yuki had more. Like Yuki did more of a job in like the backstories of each character than Saber did, and that's a fact.
yeah, yeah. Like don't introduce too many characters. Don't make it at least like don't at least introduce us characters with backstories. Let's see. Don't like have all these useless characters just in there and then come in out be important later on. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like they're useless and then they come into story part of it.
yeah,
Like all this stuff was just dumpster fire. I'm gonna be completely done. Dumpster fire. You
yeah,
have a final form that's legit your base form. You
yeah,
have a freaking power that's useless that you use as a freaking final episode.
yeah,
Like every was just a dumpster fire of a series.
yeah.
You had so many good forms that looked good. You had so many forms that were good, but then you don't use them anymore.
Anymore,
Like what
yeah.
happened to them? You know? It just everything about it was just bad.
Yeah,
Like it was slow pace, and then when it tried to get good, it just couldn't hit that mark. It couldn't hit. You had some good scenes. I'll give you that. You had some good parts, like when they're all fighting, they're all rushing with soldiers fighting in the field.
yeah,
That was cool. Camera angle, everything was good. And then the whole fight to all fighting all the soldiers just to get to the final boss was nice.
yeah,
But that was it. You only had a couple of good episodes or good scenes, and everything else was just bad.
yeah.
I don't like Toma as a main writer. I
Same.
cannot connect with.
Me too.
Like at least with Zero One, he connect with the character because we all knew he was gonna be a jokester, he's gonna crack jokes.
Yeah,
But he built character later on.
it did.
He
Yeah,
toned it down. He got serious.
is now. It's not. Yeah,
Like Toma was just this person that just went, like was happy, writing stories, making having imaginations here and there.
never
And
changed.
then like he's trying to get serious. It's like too late. We can't get behind you. You're kind of like ruined the whole like everything about it.
Exactly.
You know, but that, I mean, my thoughts, like I said, there's worse series out there, but I'll give it the benefits at least of D, just because your outfits and your suits and your action scenes kind of saved it from being horrible.
Fair enough. I think that's a fair
But that's
rating.
my thought.
Right. You've. A,
Well, if you look at Saber from the very beginning, when it debuted like a year ago, you you can clearly see Saber had a lot of potential with all the books and forms,
they did.
with all the writers that were debuting, and there were some scenes that they really used that, like when all the writers went to fight together, the mortal enemies, kind of gave me the What to Write For
Vibe.
story.
Yeah.
Agree.
Or like the battle with Kamen and Disaster.
Yeah.
And they inserted Will Save Us,
Yeah. The theme song. Yeah.
which, which is a really awesome song, I'm gonna lie.
Yeah.
That battle was very emotional and could really feel the fighting when using everything they had.
Yeah.
And just the fact that this shows how much potential they could do in the series and they didn't use it at all. It is unfortunate, and I had some great expectations for Saber, and they haven't used 1% of that. Only when there was like some emotional scenes, they used that.
Like,
And
this
unfortunate, very unfortunate.
yeah, this show pushed like tried to push in some like emotional scenes all along. Like I was just trying to make sure that I just trying to make sure that I do not actually try to cry, because like I don't want to cry for a show that's as shitty as this. I seriously don't. Like Zero One's final fight, like I was almost forced to cry, because like they put like there's a bad situation, and there's one specific type of like background music that they'll put to show that it's like in such a bad situation. That place almost made me cry. It almost made me cry. Like that, I was so close and crying for zero one's ending, but yeah, we were there. So so what's your rating on Saber?
What was the question again?
The rating. What do you rate Saber?
Rate. Um, from scale to 1 to 10, I'll give it a 3 because I really like the forms.
Yeah,
Some of them. We mentioned, we specifically mentioned the Yogami Knight
yeah,
and the superhero Sandy.
yeah,
I really like these forms a lot. What was really lucky, story-wise, they copied a lot of stuff from Ghost.
yeah,
Like I heard her say, but Saber always saying, "I will decide how the story ends." Like Takuro from Ghost always saying, "I will live my life and write it."
yeah,
And a lot of copy and paste from Ghost, a lot of writing really bad.
yeah.
So I think the final score is, and I'm being pretty much generous here, is 3 out of 10.
Mm,
Not good enough for me to be a really perfect.
season.
I find it sad that Ultimate Ranger actually loves the show very much, and no matter how badly Tom it is, he just doesn't see that. Yeah, we need to punish him for that. We need to make sure he would play more Super Sentai because he's very Super Sentai because he doesn't love the show because he loves those kind of like knights, magic kind of thing. Obviously, he likes Mr. Force, and it's just
Oh,
uh,
yeah, makes sense, makes sense.
yeah, or Magic Ranger. It's just like you can tell him it's horrible, and he'll be like, "No, yeah, it's awesome, it's good." I was like, "No."
He's, I'm,
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
it's,
enough, and it's like obviously, like I agree with you on everything. I think like a 3 or 4. For me, would be like a 4,
yeah,
but like just because maybe that's a +1.
yeah.
Yeah, but
For me,
like yeah, just gonna but it's just this series they need to really make sure the next cover does not be a flop like Saber was.
yeah, you're right.
You know, to really learn how to fuck this up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a copy paste of Ghost, and yeah, it is kind of like Ghost in a way. You
yeah.
know, it's just they even had the whole weird brother sister romance kind of thing in a way, which is
I
like
don't even want to talk about that. I don't even want to talk about it.
like everything. I don't know. It's just they just hopefully there's no revice when it comes out. It's in the ballpark out of here.
Hopefully,
Yeah, I don't really.
yeah,
I don't want to be in the dumpster fire.
yeah. Hopefully, yeah. Yeah. So for me, Saber had its moments. It seriously had, but like most of the time, it was like shitty. The story, it doesn't look like we're progressing with the story. It seems that we're staying like in one spot for way too long. And like, I think the good thing about the forms, when Zero One Metal Cluster came out, we used that form for like almost like 20 episodes or so before we like jumped out to 02. I like that Saber didn't actually do that. Like the second arc of Zero One were like the thousand arc and the rest. I'm glad that Saber's second arc was different, but still had its flaws. But it was definitely different than Zero One. So that was actually cool and the rest. The forms were okay. I mean, nothing much to say about it actually. Just Dragon Knight was probably one of the best forms that Saber had, and I'm disappointed that they put that as an upgrade form, not a super form or a final form. And like the final form, I wouldn't actually say that I would sorry I mean the final episode. I wouldn't say that's like the final episode like was like the shittiest because like I still think that Wizard's final episode was like way worse than this. I think Saber's
Don't get me started on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wizard final episode was like I felt that was weak. Nothing happened over there. So at the very least, Saber's final episode was decent enough. So like, I think in total, like out of 10, I'll give Saber 4 out of 10. They did try, but like most of the time they fucked up. They seriously fucked up. Right, we're done over here. 2 hours 5 minutes. That's not easy at all, my guy.